Nathan, how many people do you think you can take in a fight? Well, if it takes 8 military personnel to take me down to where I am fully disabled, I'd say about 7.
Did that have to happen once?
Okay.
Oh, I sent the story.
Go on.
Okay, so when I was in the military, we do proficiency training. We do training to make sure we know our proper handcuffing, proper searching, proper technique, proper procedures on arresting and all sorts of stuff, or what to do if there is suspicious activity or stuff like that.
Proper procedure in getting jumped.
Well, there was one day where we had too many people working for the day, so I was set as training. Well, for training that day, since it was a weekend, none of the normal military personnel were working. It was because it's the weekend, everyone's off except for the cops. Well, for that Saturday, since there was nothing to do, we decided to have exercises, which is pretty much we're running through all of our training techniques, making sure we know what to do. What if in one case we have an active shooter, somebody decides to start shooting up the place? What if we have a robbery or something like that? Well, since we had so many extra people, I got to play the bad guy. So we were essentially playing what is the military grown-up equivalent of cops and robbers. And when it came to me, everyone underestimated me because I was quiet, social anxiety, all that stuff. So they underestimated me. They put the weakest patrol to take me down. And so
I broke their pathetic little kneecaps and then I ate their livers.
Well, no. So the two people get their hands on me. They try and push me down to the ground. Well, I get up, and while they're still on my arms, I start running away. and I mean full-blown running, like Sonic and Sonic Heroes when he grabs Knuckles and Tails and just starts running off. I started doing that and dragging them, and then they let go, so I let go of them and took off running again. And so they called a backup patrol, which was 2 more people. And so it was still like 2 average sized people. So they grab my legs and I'm walking with them, and then the other 2 come up and tackle me. Well, then they handcuff me, so my hands are behind my back, and nobody knows that I can step out of handcuffs.
The game's just beginning.
I'm double jointed in my arms. So while they always have one person holding my handcuffs, but they realized one person isn't enough for what just happened. So I step out of my handcuffs, I flip the kid off of me, and I start running.
If I take off those handcuffs, will you die? It will be extremely painful.
Well, so here I am running away. The person who's actually monitoring the training is laughing their ass off because she doesn't understand why they can't catch me. Well, then the dispatch desk is like, everybody get to this location. Every available person, get here now. So they do, and they even have one spare person come out from the dispatch desk because we were right around there. And
Attention all units.
The
Nathan's team, Roman South.
The Terminator has risen. The Terminator has risen.
It's actually going to quote whatever's at the beginning of City Escape, but I've already forgotten the rest of it. A hedgehog scene heading south. Block all major roads and follow the suspect. Was that it?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
So here I am being surrounded by 7 people, and so one of the sergeants is just like, everybody get on him, tackle him, do something. So here go the 7 people. They tackle me, and I'm still struggling to get up. I'm walking, and I'm still getting up. And then, so the sergeant who was telling them to do stuff just jumps on me, and then the weight was too much to bear. And yes, Jason, I saw that. So yeah, it took 8 military personnel to keep me down.
So do you tell that story at parties, or?
I tell that story when people think I'm weak. I was like, really? It takes 7 people to hold me down. You want to try me? I also am double jointed and no joint manipulation.
And you can lift me up.
I know pressure points and have lifted John for a good 5 minutes.
And I was close to 300 pounds at that point, so.
How many Johns do you lift?
I clearly lift.
Fuck!
Please, no Johns.
Please, you're breaking my knees.
I am still Asian, okay? Better nerf Nathan. Nerf Nathan, please. Nathan OP Sakurai, please nerf.
Oh yeah, did you hear the patch notes for Smash 4?
About the hidden character slots and the stage slots?
Yeah, and also the nerf.
Who'd they nerf?
Nerf.
They realized that they couldn't nerf Diddy Kong anymore because Zero would have just won anyway. So instead they broke Zero's arms.
Are you a wizard? No, because I haven't mastered teleportation yet. I still fuck up.
Yeah.
I still fuck up. I lose a toe. I get it back, but I lose a toe.
Are you a ninja? According to Naruto, ninjas can teleport as well.
Ninjas can do everything in Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, what other interesting stories do I have from the military? There was a time I arrested a Half-Saiyan.
Go on!
Oh, sounds like you might have to do it again, Nathan.
Okay, so quiet day, normal weekday. Then we get a call saying I need to be my patrol, my boss's patrol, and our canine unit need to be at this address at this floor as soon as possible. Possible hostage situation. So we get there. We're going up the elevator, and from what we were being told over the radio is we had a 16-year-old who was holding his mother hostage.
Okay.
So my first instinct is to, okay, as soon as the elevator door opens, run to the door and tackle. You know,
Alright.
detain, you know, keep all that stuff going. Well, as soon as the elevator opens up, I do so because the kid is right there. And the kid's hair is light blonde and standing straight up.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty close to Super Saiyan.
Not even lying. Well, we arrest him. We bring his we bring him to the station for questioning and stuff. Well, that's about that's about half an hour. Half an hour goes by, and when I have to bring the paperwork back to the kid, suddenly his hair is flat down and is brown.
Oh my God.
So I asked the other cop that's in the room. I'm like, "Where's the kid?" He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, The kid I grabbed had blonde hair. The kid I had blonde hair, and it was spiked up. They're like, "No, Nathan, it wasn't." I was like, "That's bullshit. I know what I saw."
Turns out if you Broly.
Kakarot! Oh no, I see where this is going. Get him out of the car! Oh shit, I can't see. I'm crying.
Alex, the ULF, yes, security forces can be a horrible job, but I had fun with everything I did, except when it got serious. But I mean, the stories I have from
I don't know, man. Trying to lock up Broly is pretty serious fucking business.
Some of the stories I have are so fucking weird.
A friend of mine, by the way, is already doing Dark Soul fan art.
Nathan, are you sure you're not Chuck Norris? Oh my god, Nathan, that's amazing. Nathan's stories are so good.
And somebody already photoshopped you on Terminator.
I'm actually not making any of this shit up. I couldn't even if I wanted to.
That's pretty great. Well, true or not, I don't even care. That is one great story.
I couldn't make any of these up if I wanted to.
And every time anywhere you go, you seem to attract weird fucking shit. Do you want to tell about the visit to Philadelphia?
Yes,
I mean, it's nowhere near the caliber of the story you just shared, mind you. So I don't want to raise expectations too much. But fucking, what was it? You were driving back from Umicon?
I was on my way back from Umicon 2013 with Kaduyu from Sonic Paradox. And we had just dropped off with the exception of me and her, I had just dropped off my last friend in a city about an hour away from Philadelphia. Well, I had texted Johnny asking him if he had anything going on the next morning, because we would be in the area. So John's like, no, I don't have anything to do, and if you're in the area, I would love to finally get to meet you, in outside of the internet. So the next morning comes. First off, I end up sleeping in an AutoZone parking lot. I didn't feel like paying for a hotel, and I had no idea where the fuck I was going. Second of all, when I do finally meet with John, well, we decided to go out to breakfast. And John had to stop and get coffee first. So while we're driving to get coffee, there's a guy standing in the middle of the highway. John's like, oh, okay, well that's nothing new for here. Well, we look, the man is holding an avocado.
Yeah.
Has a basket full of avocados. I'm like, John, are avocado salesmen normal here? He goes, that's the first one I've ever seen.
He was just standing out in the middle of the street like there were no other vendors out on the road. It's just a guy with a box of avocados. Like, okay, I've seen people sell bottles of water, even dozen roses, but never fucking avocados. But then, like, the thing we saw immediately after.
So we start driving more, and then we stop at a red light, and we stop behind this vehicle. Well, this vehicle has a bumper sticker. The vehicle is decked out like a normal cop car, but the bumper sticker says temporary police.
He's only a cop what he feels like.
We had no idea what it meant. He was just temporary police.
God, I forgot the strategy.
God, a man died later that day.
Yeah, too bad I'm off the clock.
I assume substitute police officers are just as incompetent as substitute teachers.
And they're just not into it.
Oh no, John, did I tell you about the car that I found in Orlando? I found the out-of-service police.
The police have encountered an error and needs to shut down.
Error 404, cops not found.